And they'll reset. Nowitzki again for the lead. Bang!
This team's going to be the death of me. What's up? Welcome into the All Things Mavs podcast. I am your host, Jimmy Crowther, breaking down the Dallas Mavericks 118-108 loss to the Chicago Bulls. Yeah, I'm frustrated. I'm very frustrated because this was a winnable game. Now, let's start with this. The Dallas Mavericks did not have Luka Doncic in this game. I get that. You know, he's a superstar. He is your superstar. Kristaps Porzingis obviously still not playing. Luka didn't play because of a left quad contusion. And honestly, I think this was because this is the first night of a back-to-back for the Dallas Mavericks. They will face off against the Houston Rockets tomorrow night, which I don't know when you're watching this, but they're going to face off against them on January 4th, which would be Monday night. And so I think what the Mavs are really doing are resting up Luka to make sure that he will be healthy and ready to go against the Rockets on Monday. So he doesn't play against Chicago. The Mavs lose by 10. But there were bigger problems than just not Luka Doncic. This game was back and forth all game long. There were, I believe, 10 or 11 lead changes in the first half alone. And then after that, it just kept going back and forth and back and forth. And the Mavs just never really got control of it. They went up by as many as 6, I believe. They went down by as much as, they lost by 10, which was actually the biggest deficit in the game. And they had a chance there in the fourth quarter. I'll kind of break down what happened because there was 5 minutes left. Josh Richardson pulls up, hits an elbow jumper. It's 103-98. This is when the game started to feel like it was kind of in the mix, or the Mavs were kind of in the mix. Jalen Brunson goes to the line. He makes it 6-point game. The Mavs force 2 turnovers, but then with 3:15 left in the game, 3 minutes and 15 seconds, Zach Lavine gets fouled by Maxi Kleber. Lavine makes both of his free throws. The Bulls go up by 4, and the Mavs just never got back into the game. The foul was a terrible call. Rick Carlisle challenged it. A great challenge, I thought, by Coach. And the refs don't turn it over. Maxi went literally like, I know you can't see my arms. Maxi goes up like this, puts this arm down just a little bit to kind of knock Zach Lavine off, kilter or whatever it may be. But they don't turn it over. They don't turn the call over. They keep it a foul. Lavine goes to the free throw line. He sinks both of them. And then after that, the Mavs never really had a chance again until there were about 25 seconds left. And the Mavs, as I look at my notes right now, the Mavs had 3 chances. 3 chances. They shoot a 3. Josh Richardson shoots a 3. Really bad shot, but goes off. Offensive rebound. Kick out to Jalen Brunson in the corner. Misses the 3. Offensive rebound. Tim Hardaway Jr. gets a 3-point chance. He misses. And that was basically the end of the game. At that point, it came down to free throws. So the Mavs lose. And so today on the All Things Mavs video podcast, by the way, new setup, as you guys can see. I know some people want to do a green screen, but honestly, I'm kind of out on the green screen idea. I kind of like this, you get to see my setup, my background a little bit. I'll put some Mavs stuff up. I'll change my setup from time to time. Sometimes I'll do it in my room. Right now I'm in my office. Sometimes I've got a back porch that I'll do some videos on as well. Could be in 100 different places, but not going green screen because this feels a little bit more personal to kind of actually get you guys to see what I'm doing. But today on the show, I'll give you the box score. I'm going to tell you what went right in this game because there were some things that I was encouraged by. But I'll also tell you exactly what went wrong. And then at the end of the show, I'm going to tell you why I'm not panicking yet. Am I frustrated? Absolutely I'm frustrated. But I'm not panicking, okay? It's just the honest truth. I'm just not going to panic in this one. So, Mavs do end up losing. I'll get you the box score real fast here. For the Dallas Mavericks, your leading scorer, Jalen Brunson with 31 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. Josh Richardson, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. 13 points from Tim Hardaway Jr., 4 rebounds and 4 assists. 16 points off the bench for Maxi Kleber, 5 rebounds and 1 assist. Also got 1 offensive rebound there at the end of the game. 5 points from Dorian Finney-Smith and 6 boards. 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists from Dwight Powell. Great first half, bad second half. I'm not talking about Dwight Powell tonight. I'm not going to do it. 8 points for Willie Cauley-Stein, 4 rebounds in 12 minutes. 17 minutes for Trey Burke. He had 7 points. Again, been pretty disappointed with Trey Burke, but he did play pretty good defense. 2 points from James Johnson. Also had 2 steals, a block shot, and an assist. He didn't shoot the ball that well, but again, I like what I'm getting from James Johnson. And then Tyrell Terry, Nate Hinton, and Josh Green all played garbage time. They did not score. Wes Iwundu, besides Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis, was the only Maverick that did not play. For the Chicago Bulls, Zach Lavine, 39 minutes, 39 points. 23 points from Kobe White, 7 rebounds and 4 assists. He was outstanding tonight. 15 points from Otto Porter Jr. and 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. 7 points from Wendell Carter Jr., 6 points from Patrick Williams, 12 points from Daniel Gafford, 7 from Thad Young, 6 from Denzel Valentine, and 3 points from Garrett Temple. In the box score, I'm going to start off with some good news. What went right for the Dallas Mavericks tonight? Jalen Brunson found his groove. Honestly, he struggled off the bench a little bit. I haven't loved what I've seen from him. He has that black hole kind of mentality sometimes on offense where if he gets the ball, he's going to shoot and he's not going to look to pass. Tonight, he looked to shoot more than he looked to pass, but he was making his shots. But he also had 7 assists, 31 points, 11 of 17 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3. And one of those threes was a shot that, honestly, I didn't expect him to make. So really, he shot closer to 50% from 3. 31 points, that's just 3 points shy of his career high for Jalen Brunson. He's an Illinois native, went to high school in Chicago, or in Illinois, and he showed out for the hometown crowd, although nobody was in the arena, obviously. He's actually the first Maverick not named Luka Doncic to score 30-plus points, pull down 5-plus rebounds, and dish out 7-plus assists since Darren Williams did it in 2015. 2015. That was the last time anybody did that, and it was Darren freaking Williams. How many of you guys even remember when Darren Williams played for this team? I mean, I know we got a lot of newer fans for the Mavs. I remember, of course, because I'm a Mavs fan for life, but there's some Mavs fans that don't even remember Darren Williams. So Jalen Brunson, good on him to have a good night and really kind of get into that groove, and I think that's going to really bode well when Luka does come back. And, obviously he started in place of Luka Doncic, and Jalen Brunson as a starter has always kind of done better than Jalen Brunson coming off the bench. But he did that again tonight, and I think this is going to be a huge step in the right direction for when the Mavs get 100% healthy. Another thing that went right, Maxi Kleber had a great game. I love what I saw from Maxi. Again, 16 points, 5 rebounds, great defensive effort in the crunch time when the Mavs needed it, although obviously it didn't pay off. Played 29 minutes. He shot 3 of 6 from 3, 5 of 8 from the field. Look, Maxi Kleber is the best big man on this roster, and it's not even close. He is the only big man you could play 36 minutes a night or 48 minutes a night and be 100% okay with, as long as he doesn't run out of steam. I love what I get from Maxi Kleber every night. And, he struggled in the bubble, and I was a little bit concerned about it. But this regular season so far has shown me that that was kind of an anomaly, and I think he'll be just fine. Those were the 2 players that I was most impressed by, I should say. And the other thing that I think went right, although I don't know if I'd say it went right, was that, look, this depth got a lot of experience tonight. This is a team that is probably an 8-man rotation when Kristaps and Luka are in the rotation, but tonight, everybody got a little bit of the action. Everybody got to play a little bit more. We saw some minutes from James Johnson that I liked, but he didn't have his best night. Saw some Boban minutes tonight because Willie Cauley-Stein had a great first half. In fact, he played incredible and really made an impact, but he got into foul trouble early on. In fact, I think I have it in my notes where Willie Cauley-Stein got into foul trouble. If I pull it up right here, it should be somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, I can't pull it up on the fly here. There it is. He picked up his 4th foul with 3 minutes and 23 seconds left in the third quarter. On honestly, a kind of a bogus foul call, I thought it was. But earlier in the second half, too, he also got into foul trouble, and Boban comes in. Boban plays 7 minutes. He gives you 6 points and 6 rebounds. He was tied for the most rebounds on this team, and he only played 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Your other guy was Dorian Finney-Smith. He had 6, and he played 36 minutes. I am 100% a believer in the fact that you can't keep Boban on the floor that long because he's so slow, and defensively he can be a black hole sometimes. But when you get out-rebounded in the game, 48-41, and you let the other team pull down 11 offensive rebounds on you, especially in crunch time, I don't understand not playing Boban more. So I know I'm focusing on the positive here, but I am pretty frustrated that Boban didn't really get to play beyond the first half when Cauley-Stein picked up that early foul trouble. 2 quick fouls. Boban checks in with about 3 minutes left in the second quarter. That's what I think it was, but I was pretty frustrated by that. I'm just going to be honest with you. So that's the three things that went right, even though I know I kind of just ended on a negative note. But again, Jalen Brunson finding his groove, Maxi Kleber staying in his groove, and then the depth kind of getting a lot of experience in tonight's game. But the Mavs did lose this game. So I'm going to tell you what went wrong. Number one, rebounding when it mattered. The Dallas Mavericks won the rebounding battle in the first half. It was only by one, but they did get more rebounds than the Bulls in the first half. And then, at the end of the game, like I just mentioned, they get out-rebounded 48-41. And it isn't so much that, that's, just a terrible rebounding night. It's really not. It was bad when it mattered. In the fourth quarter, in crunch time, when you gave yourself a chance to win, you blew it. And a team that wants to be a championship contender, you can't keep getting out-hustled on the rebounds. And a large part of that is because you're just playing undersized. There was a rebound in crunch time that mattered because Maxi Kleber had to go out on the perimeter to guard the three-point shooter, who I think was Otto Porter Jr. at the time. And the only guys in there rebounding were Jalen Brunson, Josh Richardson, Tim Hardaway Jr., and I think it might have been Trey Burke or Dorian Finney-Smith. Either way, both those guys are undersized when Maxi had to go guard a perimeter guy, and then actually it was Otto Porter Jr. that got the offensive rebound. And you let them get an offensive board. And most of those offensive boards came in the second half. And you just can't have that. You're not going to win games that way if you give up that many second chance opportunities. Whether they convert or not, if they don't convert, fine. But if they do, it's so frustrating. So frustrating when you can't get a rebound. Because rebounds mostly come down to effort. Like, if you go play pickup basketball, and pickup basketball is way different than the NBA. But if you go play pickup basketball, unless there's some crazy 6'10" dude that's just dominating the rebounds, it's the guys that are so annoying to play with that just out-hustle everybody and get rebounds. I'm that way because I'm a terrible basketball player. I can't shoot to save my life, but I can get rebounds, I can dribble the ball, and I play hard on defense. Those things just come down to energy and effort. And I know comparing my pickup basketball in church league is not comparable to the Dallas Mavericks versus the Chicago Bulls, but when you're talking about energy and effort, it is. You just got to give the energy and the effort on the boards, and the Mavs lost that a little bit in the second half. Second, three-point shooting, which I think, honestly, I underrated as a potential problem for this Mavericks team. Because we traded away Seth Curry, and I was kind of like, okay, well, we got Josh Richardson. Well, Josh Richardson shot 3 of 7 from 3. I liked what I got out of Jay Rich tonight, but he wasn't a great three-point shooter. Here's your three-point shooting line. You shot 11 from 42 from 3. That's 26.2% from 3 if you're bad at math, like I am. I had to look at the box score. Here's your guys and how they shot. Dorian Finney-Smith, who's been really just bad shooting this year. Great defender, bad shooting. 0 for 3. Dwight Powell, 0 for 0. Round of applause for not shooting one. Jalen Brunson, one of your better ones, 3 for 7. That's one of your better ones. Josh Richardson, same boat, 3 for 7. James Johnson, 0 for 2. Maxi Kleber, 3 for 6. That's great. Boban didn't take one. Willie Cauley-Stein didn't take one. He did take a nice mid-range, which I was pretty happy about. Trey Burke, 0 for 3. Tyrell Terry, 0 for 1. He took one at the end. Same with Nate Hinton, 0 for 1. The worst of the night, Tim Hardaway Jr., 2 for 12. 2 for 12. I don't know if that's backwards on here. 2 for 12. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Terrible. Absolutely miserable shooting. Some of them were bad shots. Some of them he just didn't make. And sometimes it comes down to it's a game. It's a game of miss or make, right? I get that. But 2 for 12, Tim. And look, I saw. In fact, I could honestly pull it up on my phone right here. I've got 4 DMs on my notifications right now. People asking about trading Tim Hardaway Jr. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, you can let me know in the comments if you want to trade Tim or not. But I'm going to be honest, I'm saying no. You can let me know, do you want to trade him, yes or no? I'm saying no, and here's why. Because on a regular night, when you've got 2 other superstars that are kind of garnering attention on the offensive end, Tim Hardaway Jr. is not going to take 12 three-pointers. And if he does, he's going to make more than 2 because he's going to be more wide open. Now, he did miss some wide open ones tonight, but he's not going to take 12 shots from 3 when Luka's on the floor. He's not going to take 12 shots from 3 when Luka and Porzingis are on the floor. And again, I talked about this on my last one. I'm going to keep talking about this. If your number 3 on offense is a mix between one or the other of Josh Richardson or Tim Hardaway Jr., you're going to be okay. but they just relied on him too heavily tonight. And he's not a guy that should be relied on heavily. And that's not really his fault, but the shooting was not good. So again, let me know in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. Would you trade Tim? I'm saying no right now unless a crazy good offer comes around. But Tim with Luka and KP on the floor are a lot different. Let's also not forget, Hardaway has scored 18 points in 3 straight games. This is his first game in 3 games that he hadn't scored 18. He still had 13, but he just wasn't good offensively tonight. So that's 2. Rebounding was bad when it mattered. 3-point shooting was bad all night long. And the other thing at the end of the game, it was the end of the game struggles. The Mavs in clutch, you know, we've talked about it last year. We'll talk about it again this year, I'm sure, but they just haven't been good. But here's why I think it was bad. Because the Mavs didn't have a go-to guy. Yeah, Jalen Brunson was incredible. I love Jalen Brunson. If you look on my Twitter, at @all_things_Mavs, Jalen Brunson is a guy I've gone to bat for a lot because I love guys that the Mavs develop themselves. And he's a guy that the Mavs have continued to develop and trusted. And he has proven them correct more often than not, especially tonight. But if you don't have a go-to guy like a Kristaps Porzingis or a Luka Doncic, you're just not going to win a lot of games. It's just the God honest truth. And so that's why the end of the game struggles came about tonight. And that's why I'm not worried, which is a nice segue, Jimmy, into why I'm not panicking about this loss. Am I frustrated? Heck yeah, I'm frustrated. I'm honestly, I'm mad that the Mavs lost because this is a winnable game. The Bulls were missing 4 players. Lauri Markkanen, Chandler Hutchison, Ryan Arcidiacono, and Tomas Satoransky. That's 4 guys, 3 of which I think are in their regular rotation. I don't know about Arcidiacono. I haven't watched enough Bulls basketball to really tell you about that. This was a winnable game. So yeah, I'm frustrated, but I'm not panicking, okay? Because there are 2 All-Stars sitting on the bench tonight. Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. If one of those 2 played, the Mavs would have won this game. It would have been fine. And tomorrow night, the Mavs, or tonight, whenever you're watching this video or listening to this podcast, the Mavs have a chance to bounce back in a big way. And we are probably within the week of Kristaps Porzingis returning. So until we watch at least probably 8 to 10 games of a combined Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis, I think it's unfair to panic about this team. So I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not ready to panic. Are there frustrations? Yes. Am I worried about the rebounding? Yes. Am I worried about the lack of 3-point shooting on this team? A little bit. I think that'll come. I think they're going to be okay 3-point shooting wise when they have more floor spacing, which tonight they just didn't. That was a big thing. They didn't have the floor spacing. But the only thing that I'm really worried about, even when Luka and KP come back, is the rebounding on this team. I think it'll get better. It's just not there right now. I think it will get better. It's just not there right now. So I'm worried about that, but I'm not panicking about this team as a whole because of those 2 guys, okay? I'm just not going to do it. And if you want to panic, that's fine. Let me know what your panic level is in the comments on YouTube. But my panic level, it might be at a 5.5. Maybe it's a little over a 5 just because there are some worrisome parts about this team. But there's 2 major guys missing in this game, okay? We're going to be all right. So tomorrow, as I mentioned, the Mavs do play the Houston Rockets. And so if you want to go ahead and predict that score in the comments, I actually didn't check on this game, so I'm going to do that right now. I'll probably edit it, and you'll probably see me jump here because I am checking to see if anybody got this score right. I don't think anybody did, so we're going to check. Okay, so I just checked to see if anybody got the score right. Nobody got it right. Danny Jimenez, shout out to you, Danny, for making the comment, predicted 118-103, but he also predicted the Mavs would win that game. So nobody won once again. The offer was $11. If you predict a score correctly for the Dallas Mavericks in the comment section, I'm going to Venmo you a certain amount. So this Bulls game, it was $11 if anyone got it right. I'm going up another $1 for the Houston Rockets. I'll go $12. So if somebody predicts it correctly in the comments, predicts the score and the winner correctly, I'll Venmo you $12 for the Houston Rockets game. But the Mavs take on the Rockets at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. The Rockets, they're 2-2. Their 2 losses are against pretty good teams. The Portland Trailblazers, who are actually playing right now against the Golden State Warriors. I don't know what the score of that game is. And then they lost to Portland in overtime, and they lost to the Denver Nuggets on a pretty bad game. And both their wins came over a pretty bad team in the Sacramento Kings. But they just have 2 games with both John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins healthy. Remember, there are some games that were missed due to the COVID protocol. And so this is going to be an interesting game. I'd expect Luka Doncic back. Kristaps Porzingis, I'm not going to expect back right now, but maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and something will have changed. But if Luka's playing, which I think he will be, I don't want to say it's a must-win, but it's pretty darn close to it. It's pretty darn close to a must-win. Because this is a team that really the Mavs should be better than this year. They're 2-2. The Mavs can knock them down to 2-3, and the Mavs go to 3-4. I'll feel a lot better about this team, especially with Luka Doncic playing. So predict that score in the comment section. And for my end of the pod squad, for you guys that have made it this far in the video, appreciate you guys. And I want to ask you a question, because I asked this on Twitter. I said, hey, what should the Mavs have to do to warrant me shaving the mustache? I originally made it 3 straight wins. And I thought we were going to get a chance here because they won against the Heat. I thought they were going to beat the Bulls, and then I thought they were going to beat the Rockets. It's not going to happen. So I said originally 3 straight wins, and then I'll shave the stash. But I'm going to leave it open to suggestions. So get in the comments, and let me know in the comments. What should the Mavs have to do to warrant me shaving the stash, or should I just keep growing it? Let me know in the comments if you're watching right now. Appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, to the All Things Mavs podcast. We'll be back tomorrow night for the Mavs versus Rockets recap. We'll see what happens, and then we'll be doing videos all season long, and then into the off season, and then hopefully forever and ever more. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Go follow me on Twitter at Jimmy_Crowther or at all_things_Mavs. Click that subscribe button on YouTube, and as always, go Mavs, baby.